she ate away. She ate, she ate, 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 she ate away. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back. She's a provocateur, dance floor connoisseur, weeks of Friday for sure. Tell the girls we're taking a detour. Give him help, yeah. Give these boys help, yeah. She does it well, oh yeah. I do it myself, oh yeah. Candy necklace on my hips, butterflies on my wrist. Put your hands on me like this. Need to go head to toe. PT, she's glossy. Give her one kiss just softly. Tease him and get him me. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, have my with him like that. I think he knows when I play with him like that, when I say to him like that, that he's coming right back.
Like ice cream or Shanti playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want? Give that, give that, give that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows when I play with him like that. I think he knows when I say to him like that. He's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on, and he knows it's true. When I play with him like
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the wild card round. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll keep it on the ground. McGee. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 49 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I almost see them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Being chased out left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
We said it before the game, but I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Third and goal. Burrow. Over the middle. That's caught by Chase. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoff and getting points on the board right away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Pearson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nifty move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off play action. Pearson. He gets it complete to Harris. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. to corral him. He fights through. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Albert, and a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Pearson. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. first catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a handoff up the middle. Albert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. (10-7) our score after one right here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Pearson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are once again back in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Here's Burrow. Flush to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Aiden Hutchinson.
He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pearson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I think the ball's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Always costly to... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll run on first down. Albert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Downs going in motion right. 2nd and long. That complete to Downs.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown! A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And running with power here.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. Albert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pearson. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Burrow will throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Albert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Pearson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Show my stop, I still stay tall, you still can't trade it. Storms are mine, but you know she living major. When you flying up, this ain't no cables. Don't live with
2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing, is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. Burrow looking to pass. And he will find his man Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bradley. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. They go play action with Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
It's brought in by Harris. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bengals 17. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
But I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Albert. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The Colts send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow. He finds his man. Complete. That's McGee. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On 3rd down, it's McGee. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
I'm wondering. Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll keep it on the ground. McGee, 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Pearson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pearson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bradley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now back to throw.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
94 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. McGee, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Burrow. To be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Ball rests on the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal. He'll try again, and this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance They needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try the left side. Albert trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Right back to him on first down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Harris running the slant. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 125 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Burrow on play action. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase
49 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Pearson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Looking to throw. Pearson.
Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Off the play fake. Pearson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Pearson.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. McGee, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw, Burrow.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Burrow rolling to his left. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.